What's going on, guys? Alright, so what I'm doing is a new little segment or show, wherever you want to call it, on this channel. It's something I've been joking about for a while. As many as you know, I am a reseller, I guess you could call it. I own a toy store. It's a buy-sell trade, and mainly, you know, like high-end to low-end collectibles, like Legos or like Hot Toy Sideshow stuff. Well, I do a lot of online sales, and what I've been joking about for a while with some friends is doing a show about all the scams that I have to go through. I mainly sell on eBay. I try to do some Facebook stuff. I usually don't have any problems because that's just back and forth with, you know, one-on-one person. But eBay, you don't know who you're dealing with. And you always hear about the horror stories of buying something on eBay and getting ripped off from the seller. You never hear anything about the sellers getting scammed. Well, it happens to me all the time, 3 to 4 times a week. So I've been joking with some friends about doing this, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start making a weekly show about all the scams that I get. Since this is the first one, I'm going to do one from a while back. It's actually coming up on its anniversary. This happens, when did this happen? July 12th, 2015. It's a pretty good one, and it's actually one that I prevented from getting scammed, so maybe I should rechange the title of this video to Almost Getting Scammed. I've been doing this for a while, so I know how to catch the scammers. I did quite a bit of investigation on this to win it. This is before a lot of the eBay's new rules and regulations. This is back when eBay had what do you call it? You file a case against a seller to a dispute, basically. And you email each other back and forth until you can hopefully come to a solution to fix the problem. The way eBay works now is that's gone, and if there's a problem with the item, what happens is you just get an email from the buyer saying that they're gonna send the item back. It's a return request. You can say no, or you can say yes, or you can just refund the money altogether. If you say no, there is a probably 80% chance that you will lose the item and the money. Because once they open a return request, your funds get pulled from PayPal and places a hold on it. So that's how it works nowadays. So it opens up the door to just all these scams. Oh, also, when that happens, if you say yes, you accept the return, you have to pay shipping, the seller does, regardless of what's going on. It's really dumb. I know how many times I've had buyers abuse the system. I'll go over just a brief couple before I get into this one, because this was a win for me, which hardly ever happens. Literally, I think this is the last time I've won anything on eBay. There was maybe one other one, maybe, and that in my history of eBay. And I've been selling on eBay under my own for since 2011. Actually, that's wrong. It was 2008. I set up my account in 2008. I've only won one. There's evidence, and maybe another one. I'll dig and see what I can find. But I don't think I won that many other ones. A couple to touch base on is I've sold a Deadpool statue by Showroom Collectibles, numbered edition. I don't remember the exact number, but there wasn't that many. I think there's like 1,500 of them. I sold it. The guy got it. He said it was broken and he wanted to send it back. So I asked for some pictures, because that's how it usually works. So he sent me a picture of the broken. It was the arm or the wrist. Somewhere off it, the hand was busted off. It was just a bust from the waist up, and he has his hand out like this, pointing a gun. And I said, okay, can you please send me a picture of the bottom as well as broken arm in one shot? Because the bottom has the serial number, and there's only one of that particular one. Refused to do it. He got eBay involved, and eBay said the picture he sent was A-okay. That's how you do it. So I had to accept the return. I sold the statue, I think, for about $300, if I remember right. This was about a year ago, so I can't quite remember. I get the I get the figure back, or excuse me, the statue back. The box was the same box because on the bottom it also had a number. When I opened the box, and because I wanted to check the figure, and it was broken, but on the bottom it was a different number. He obviously broke his, bought mine, and swapped it out. So I called eBay and asked them what should I do, and they basically told me, well, you have to give the money back. You have to accept it. It's too bad. It's just my loss. So I had to give the money back, and not only did I have to give the money back, I had to pay the shipping to have it shipped back to me. So I paid for my own scam, I guess you could say. It's really stupid because it was about $30 to ship it back to me, and I already paid shipping to him because I had free shipping. That's just one example of how it works. Now I'll end it on this one. This one is my win. I did a lot of investigation skill to do it. So I'm not making anything up. I'm going to put a link in the description, or I'm going to try to, so you guys can read it yourself. So July 10th is when he opened the case, and it was ended on July 12th. So it was a 2-day process to get this closed. So basically what happened, I sold him a Batman Hot Wheels diecast car. It was, I can't remember what scale it was. It was one of the bigger ones. It was still new in the box. And he opened a case against me saying that it arrived damaged. So I'll read just a little, I'll summarize what each one says. What he's saying is he found his package at the corner of his house. Remember, house, that's a key factor right there. And it arrived damaged. The box was wet on the inside, the car was wet too. He loved it, but still wants to return it because he only collects things that are new in the box. So I respond to him and say, please send some photos. Because you always want to see the damage, make sure people are really telling you what's going on. He said, I throw away the box. Already since is wet. His words, not mine. I just want $30 refund. Or I just leave negative feedback. Sorry. Well, if anyone sells on eBay, you know for a fact that buyers cannot extort anything with feedback. You can't say just this. You can't say I'm going to give you a negative feedback unless you give me what I want. That you can't do. It's against the policy. And first he wanted to return it, but now he only wants $30 back. So my response is, oh, excuse me, he sent something back. Actually, hang on, let me read it. Okay, so my response was, well, I just got off the phone with eBay and told me you cannot extort, refund with a negative feedback. It's against policy, and they told me to send some, or excuse me, told me to ask you to send some photos. I didn't actually call eBay. I just told them that I did, just to kind of say a little bit that just basically tell them what the policy is, because I know I've been doing this for a while. He says, I don't care what eBay say because they never help the buyer. No, that's false. When the seller provided the tracking number, I lost a lot of money on eBay for not received the item, but they show tracking delivered. I said, oh, excuse me. Then he responded again before I could respond. This is okay. $20 refund is fine too. This is my last deal, otherwise negative feedback. So this has gone into the following day. This is now July 11th. And like I said before, I need some photos of the item and it's damaged. Also, threats are not going to get you anywhere. I'm trying to work with you on this, which is true. If it's damaged and it's my fault, I have no problem sending, having them send it back and get it fixed. But the thing is, he said that it was delivered behind his house. Remember, the post office supposedly put it in a damaged area, not me. This wasn't on me. But either way, I'm trying to work with the guy. His response is, the photo is just a car. I threw away the wet box already, so you can't see any damage on the photo. So he took it out of the box and he opened it, which you can't do. If it comes in damaged, you're supposed to just leave it as it is, send some photos, and do the return process. You're not supposed to just take it out of the box and put it on your shelf for display and then say you want part of your money back. excuse me, refund it and then say you only want part of it back. So this is my response. This has now gone into July 12th. Okay, let me just get everything straight. I'm going to do a recap. The asking price for this item was $75. You emailed me for a discount and I gave you one. Then I shipped the item to you. It gets delivered on the corner of your house. Remember, house? And the shipping box and the item box is damaged, getting wet from the rain because the postal service demanded me to give you a $30 refund of the item. So I forgot I had given him a discount. I had actually forgotten about that. Like I said, it was a year ago. So I actually gave him a discount in the beginning, and he's just wanting more money back. But the reason I went through these details is to catch him in a lie, because I'd already done a little bit of research, and I'm getting to that. I did some investigating skills. I wanted to catch him in some wordage, so when he sends me an email back, I have him on record saying one thing, kind of, getting him a slip up in his words. So when if eBay were to get involved, they could read this and see that he's just trying to scam me. So this was his response. Oh, wait, I gotta break it up here. Okay. You need responsible for the package to deliver in good condition. I only solve problem with you, and you need find your ups for that. You understand? No, I don't even know what he really meant there. Okay, so here we go. Here's the kicker. This is when I revealed my master plan to him. So, I'm trying to work with you, but there's a few things I need from you, but you won't send any photos. So here is what I have to say. I can't take a return on an item that you have removed from the original packaging. I sold this as new in the box, but now it is not new. You opened it. He did. He took it. He admitted to it. He opened it and it sounds like if you have buyer's remorse. It sounds like you have buyer's remorse. Because there wasn't a way for your item to get wet. So what I did was, I took his address and GPS'd it to see where he lived. And what I found out is, he doesn't live in a house. He lives in an apartment complex. I looked up the apartment complex. He lives on the second floor, so you can't go behind it. There's nowhere to go behind. And he also lives in Florida. I checked the weather reports to see if it had rained. It hadn't rained in weeks. So, there's my little investigating skills there. And the item, so here I'm recapping here. It sounds like you have buyer's remorse because there wasn't a way for your item to get wet. I checked your city's weather forecast and it hasn't rained. Also, you live in an apartment complex, so you wouldn't have a postman deliver it around back. Tracking info says it was put in a mailbox. I was trying to work with you, and if you wanted to do a return, I could have, but now I am sorry. I'm not going to give you $30 for an item that you opened and regretted buying. Like I said before, I talked to eBay, and it's against policy to extort/threaten the seller for feedback to get your way on something. I was kind and helpful since the beginning. I gave you a discount after you asked for it. If it wasn't good enough, you didn't have to buy it. His response to that was, I give you a break. And then he closed the case. This is the only time that I've ever won something like this. So this is just a little bit of what I'll be doing, hopefully weekly, and I'll probably have more than just one or two examples of what's going on, what's happening. eBay, the way eBay works these days, if you're a seller, it sucks. It really does. I've got so many examples, but basically my account has been restricted because they think that I'm trying to rip people off. But no, I'm actually fighting to try and stop these people from scamming me. So if eBay has to get involved with a sale, it immediately puts a strike on the seller's account. Well, I've had five strikes on my account in the last few months. One involved someone buying something from me and switching it out with something else and relisting it on their page, after again giving them a discount and combining their shipping, to buying a perfect gray Gundam model kit pre-assembled, claiming that it was broken, but all they did was pull the limbs off. Another one was they sent the item back to me but never told me that they were going to send it back to me, and it went to a different address that I don't know where it went. And eBay even told me that they have no record of that address being on my account, and eBay told me to go to that address and try and find it. And I'm not going to some random person's home and saying, hey, can I have my package? And all those have put restrictions on my account to where I can't even really list anything anymore. It's so low. So I started another account to hopefully, you know, just so I can start over a little bit and to have some income, because I have a business to run. I can't just do nothing. I mean, because it's summertime, so the store kind of drops off a little bit, so I gotta make up for that somewhere. And the online part is where it is. And even though I hate selling on eBay, the fees are terrible, but the buyers are worse. So yeah, so keep an eye out for more videos like this one. I'll be doing, I guess, a lot more of these, unfortunately, because there's all those stupid scammers out there that are just out to get items for free. But in the meantime, check out all the social networking sites, Facebook, Instagram. Links will be in the description. I know I've teased it before, but I am doing a toy show with, a toy web series with a buddy of mine. This Sunday we're setting up something to shoot. Keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we'll have enough for a trailer or something to be posted so you guys can check it out. But in the meantime, see you later.